Hey guys, we're back. So, I think today is going to be the last day I do a video of making jewelry. And hopefully, we will get back to making canes and stuff in a couple of days, next week, something like that. We're about, I don't know, 2 weeks from my show now. And so I'm just basically putting things together. So I started on a really cool bracelet yesterday. At least I thought it was cool. And we have these little tiny pumpkins. And to me, putting a head bead cap on each one was just too much. So I kind of separated them a little bit. I was going to put like a spacer in between, but I ended up not doing any of that. So we've got all this. Then I have these cool leaves that I made out of scrap. I don't think you can see them very well. But there's gold, greens, oranges, and stuff like that in them. And I don't know, I just think that looks really cool together. And then I thought, okay, let's get some leaves in there. And I had a bunch of different colored ones, but these were more of like an olive. So I thought these would look a lot better. So we're just going to wrap a couple leaves with you here today. And then I want to make some Grinch beads. I have a bunch of Grinches, just like that. But hanging them on their own kind of looked funky. So I have an ornament that you can order with the Grinch. Yeah, I can't multitask here, can I? I just want to go one more here. Oh, and again, it's finding that right tool to use. And none of them are cooperating today. So I just want to bend that one more time. Oh, have you ever had one of those days where you have a million tools and you don't know which ones you're supposed to grab? Even though I know which ones I need, I'm always grabbing the wrong ones. Alright. So we're going to just snip off this end right here. Got caught up on my plier. Okay, once you get the bottom two, you only need a couple to just go over. I'm so ready to do this show. Not ready for all the cleaning. Of everything. But once I get through that part, then everything else is pretty easy. I've made quite a few bracelets this week. I don't think I have any in here, because that's basically what I didn't have enough of. So I got those done. My daughter's birthday's today, and we took her out last night. So I didn't finish a few of the things that I wanted to do last night. So I thought tonight I will go ahead and just sit down and start cleaning. I didn't want to clean too early because I don't know how fast stuff tarnishes. I don't think things will tarnish within a week though, or 2 weeks. I guess it depends on where you live. But I think I'm safe over here. It's starting to... It's still warm. I can't believe that, but it's still in the 90s. I've got my swamp cooler on right now. And where my brother is, he's 2 hours away. And it's 110 today. So summer is not over with him yet. Yeah, see, I like using the really thin needle nose, because it doesn't take so much up. And I'm using 24 gauge as usual to wrap, because then you can literally do it with your fingers. I'm just going to push that down just a little bit. And all I'm going to need are 6 of these. See, when you have too many, you never know which ones to grab. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with my pliers. They're not as sharp as they should be. They're not that old. Okay, so again, you're just kind of pushing those in. So I'm going to put this one back. And I'm going to put those 2 back. And hopefully, now I don't get confused. So I still don't know what I want to start making when I get back to making canes. But I do know that all my canes will now be available to buy. Because I only need like 1 or 2 for a project. I never use all of them. And I know that there's not a whole lot of canes on Etsy. I mean, you got Ivy Niles, and I love her canes. Now, let's see. When you have wire that does that, there's a problem there. Sometimes there's just a weak spot in the wire, and it breaks when you're trying to wrap anything. So let's get rid of the para wire. And I do have some beadsmith wire. And I know this happens with this one too, but the biggest issue here is having the patience to find that loose piece. So I may just cut somewhere. That one's sticking out. Nope. That was not it. Oh well, it is what it is, guys. I don't need that much of it. And I don't have the patience to try and find it. If I couldn't find it in that amount of time, then I'm just going to break it. Again, we do 2 full wraps. And snip. And then I try to push the wraps down, but not too much that it's going to misshapen on you. And then we do a regular wrap. And we'll see if these are stronger than the para wire. And then I just go over 2. Okay, just a couple more. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4. I need a total of 6. And I'm thinking of maybe some, I don't know, maybe some gold beads. I don't think I have that pretty orange. So I'm not sure what beads to accent these with. There we go. Sometimes you just got to manipulate them just a little bit to do what you want it to do. Okay, one more. I know one of these didn't have a hole that went all the way through. Oh, that one's fine. Just grab onto it. And this time, as you can see, I'm waiting till the very end before I put my jump rings on to connect these. Because that last time was a little tough opening them all up and having to put them back on. So I am waiting for final assembly. Alright, so since I didn't come on here already knowing what little beads I was going to put with this. So we got a couple leaves for each one, right? So that'll go in between there, in there, just grab any one. Okay. So maybe copper wouldn't be bad to mix in with this, give it kind of like a brown look. I could even do some brown beads. You know, that would have been a good one too, besides the green. I could probably do one more leaf. I don't know, make it brown. So let me pull some beads out and let's see what we can do. Alrighty, so I found some brown and some, I don't know if you want to call it light brown. I have more of a root beer and a topaz color here. And I'm just going to do one. I don't know why I cannot grip these. And see how well they work. This might be just a little too long. And then by cutting it, it's going to be too small. And these were not wire wrapping. We're just kind of making just a loop. And these are 21 gauge. So they're nice and heavy. That's my little Jake there. Kita's laying down, no care in the world. He's my little my little protector. Okay, so we're just doing 2 because I want to see how good these colors are going to be together. So I am using 5mm, nope, these are 6mm jump rings. I will probably use them on the ends too, so I'm going to take out a couple extra. And I hope I have a clasp for these because I'm not really into gold. I just started making them more things with gold this year because my daughter was telling me that everybody likes gold, that it is in this year. Normally I work with silver and sterling and stuff like that, but obviously it's been a long time since I bought sterling just because of how expensive it is. So what we're going to do is we're going to take the light with that, and then we're going to do the dark with the green. Okay. Oh, I missed up one thing. I forgot to put another one of those on. I'm going to do the green leaf. 6 might be a little too small on the jump ring. I might have to go to a 7. But we're going to find out. But I like them because they're so hard to close, so you know they're going to stay on a little bit. Alright, so we're going to leave that there. And we're going to just continue on. So, what should I make when we start getting back into making flowers, guys? Any color preferences? I sure could use a couple color combos that I haven't tried. Ah, these are just crazy. I don't know why I can't get this to hold on and catch it. See, and I don't want this to have any kind of leeway. So it's finding out exactly where you want to cut this so that when you do your turn, you get this nice little hoop. And I always cut it a little too long or a little too short. But yeah, I could use some ideas. I do want to try different stuff. I just have no idea what different stuff I want to try. I want to make some fun canes, not the same stuff that I normally make. Get a little bit of variety in there. I don't see making too many kaleidoscopes because I can't figure out how to use them. But boy, they're so much fun to make. And those I could always sell because there's always somebody that knows exactly what to do with them. But I think my favorite are probably flowers to make. Puts me in a zen mode. All right, what do we got? Just these and we're done. I'd like to try animals, or I was even thinking of making an emoji cane. Okay, so I'm making sure these are really tight because I don't want the jump ring to slip through it. I don't think it will. Ooh, that's a little too big. Hopefully this one will fit through the jump ring. Like I said, sometimes I cut them a little too big. And I don't usually map them out. Like I don't put a marker and say, okay, this is where it's got to cut. But we're going to have to go just a little bigger, I think, than that. Maybe about right there. Oh, that one worked out perfect. Okay, now I just got to remember to do that. 3 more to go and we are done. I think I cut it about there. How's the weather where you guys all are? I've got quite a few friends that live in Florida right now, and they're all bracing for the hurricane. I don't know if it's hit or if it hits tonight or something. I haven't really been on Facebook or anything to check any of the statuses. All right, one more. And then there's that one. I just need to make this a little more flush. Okay, perfect. So now we can move all these over. I'll probably make a couple earrings as well. All right, so let's start opening these up. So what I'm going to do on one is one's going to connect to the toggle, and I always put 2 on the ones with the bar, because a lot of times the beads won't go through because they're too close to the toggle. So I'm going to open all these up. Right now I only need 5. So 2 more. You know, I do have this thing that's supposed to help with opening up jump rings. I've had it for years. I've never used it. I don't know if it makes it easier. But I'll have to pull that out later and see what it does actually. Okay, so again on the first one, so I've got all kinds of leaves here. I don't know if I want them big or small. Some of these I wasn't really happy with the wrap, so I'll pull those out. And then some of them have such a small little bail that don't help. All right, so we're going to put that one in, and the last one that went on was that, so we're going to do a green leaf and then a brown, and we're going to attach it to another. The reason I'm looking at this is because I have one that's got 3 3 wraps around it that I want on the end. So I found it. And that one I'm going to put to the side. Okay, so I only have 2 more, really. I also want to make a couple more fishies. I haven't made anything yet. Okay, so this has just got 2. So again, we're going to find a nicely wrapped one. And grab a topaz. And a pumpkin. And a green one and a dark brown one. So I have, why do I have extra? Ah, no I don't. Okay. And I don't know why I have extra. Ah. Okay, I should have 2 more of these because this is not big enough. And that doesn't make sense that it wouldn't be right in front of me because I haven't done anything with it. So I know this one's going to go on the end. So let me go ahead and do this one, and then I've got to find that missing one here. So there's that and the topaz. And then I have this. And we do the green leaf. And then the dark one. Okay. Yeah, I don't think this is big enough. Nope, I need 1 more set. So that's really weird. 1, 2. Okay, so let me go ahead and hit pause and find out where that other set is. It's got to be on here somewhere, because I know that I made enough. But just in case, I'll pull out everything else and make 2 more. So I'll be right back. Alrighty, so we found what we needed. And on the main strand, I used 22 gauge. It's just a little bit thicker. And since this is going to be the other end, I want one of these to have 3 wraps. And yes, I wrap my wire a little off compared to what other people do. I just can't do that twist the wrist and turn. It's a horrible one. So I do it kind of backwards. But as long as it gets the job done, it doesn't really matter which way you do it. Okay. So on this one we have the 3. And sometimes it's easier to have the bead on it before you push these in, just because your hands are holding a thin wire. So if you don't have really great fingers, you don't have to push these in until the bead comes on. So I'm using a little gold corrugated spacer, a bead cap, and this one's not got a great hole on it. Let's see if I can find one more. Yeah, all these beads right here, these check beads, I do sell on my Me and the Mutt site. So anytime you see me working with check glass, it's because I have them on my site. I sell them and I use them. I actually have another order coming in from the Czech Republic. A lot of them are repeats. This company is slow to make beads, and they're slow to get pictures up. So I usually don't order that often. And then when I do, and they've got these new ones, they're like sold out within a day, and it's sad. They go through them so quick. And then you have whatever is left over, and unfortunately the ones that are left over are always the ones without a picture. And I won't buy sight unseen. And there's a million codes that go with them. So if like you want something, you just, okay, well, this code usually means this color, and I don't order enough to know those codes by heart. So I just bypass them. Which again is sad because there's a lot of great beads that they have, but I can't buy them without looking at the color. And I also don't buy very often because shipping has literally doubled. I mean, I can place a really minute order, let's just say like a $500 order, and the shipping is going to be $200. So now you're up to $700. So that's a little aggravating too. The price of shipping right now is crazy. But you guys all know that. Alright guys. So this is our bracelet. It's very fall inspired. Alright, so now the biggest thing that I have to deal with is a toggle clasp. And the reason I have such a hard time is I bought these from a company, and oh my god, I hate them. They are just so yellow. I mean, we're talking yellow, yellow. Or you've got this other one that's kind of like, I don't know, a gross yellow. But that might end up being what I use. Just because it's all I got, so I may have to do a quick order somewhere that I'll get it within a week. I might end up doing Fire Mountain. They're pretty quick, and they're only in Oregon, so they're just one state away. So usually when I order, because I'm, what do you call it, the President's Club or whatever, they get them out pretty quick. So again, anytime anybody needs anything from Fire Mountain and you don't have like that lowest discount, just give me a holler. You know, it doesn't take me that long to put in an order. As long as you have all the codes and stuff like that, I will be happy to place an order for you guys. I have done that once before for one of you. And it just makes it nice. Okay, these pliers, I really need to just trash those pliers. Those are so bad. And they got that white coating over it, and that's kind of like it's a protector for your tools so you don't scratch up your metal. But it doesn't always go on even. Sometimes that's not good. Alright, so what we're going to do here, I'm just going to put this one on this end. I really wanted to do this with my own pumpkins, but my pumpkins were pretty big. So, but that's okay because I'm using my components with regular components, so I'm allowed to sell these at the show. It doesn't have to be strictly yours. But then I do have a few things that don't have anything that I've made. Alright. So kind of interesting. Do I like it? I don't know. It's different. And I can't seem to ever make bracelets without dangles. And I've got plenty of these pumpkins if I wanted to do something else with them, but you know, like that's kind of boring. But I could come in. I mean, it's cute when it's together. But maybe one pumpkin would have been good enough in between them all. You know what I mean? Made the dangles a little more closer. I don't know. This just came to me and I thought I'd try it. So tell me what you think. Tell me if you think 2 is too much and I should just do 1. I can do smaller bead caps so they're not so prominent on the bead. Yeah, I could use your advice on this one because I don't know what to do. So that's what it looks like. I could also somehow, I don't know, throw a second layer, but then it's not going to dangle right if I have another strip to it. Alrighty, so I also have copper wire. I could make another one of these in copper just to see what it's going to look like, right? But I'm going to leave it up to you guys. If you guys like it, let me know. If you guys think I need to take out that second pumpkin, let me know as well. I was just afraid that if I just did one pumpkin like that, that the pumpkins would get lost with all the leaves. So that's why I added the second one. But anyways, that's it for today, guys. We will be back with our Grinch on the next video, and we'll talk to you then. Bye.